Hey guys, Calamity here. It's been a while since I made a video, and I just wanted to make a video to talk about the Golden Apple Archipelago event that's currently going on in Genshin right now. And I just wanted to actually praise Mihoyo or Hoyoverse for actually telling a good story. I'm not gonna spoil any of the stories or the what happens, of course, in this video. But I just really want to praise Hoyoverse for doing a good job. Honestly, one of my biggest critiques about Genshin Impact is, at least for me, I know this is different for a lot of people, but I find the character quests to be essentially 5-star hangouts, right? And I find them to be really boring because it's like an hour to an hour and a half of just straight up dialogue for the most part, with maybe some combat towards the end, right? But with this event, the way they structured the story, I found it to be a lot better and better paced. It's a good mixture of dialogue and gameplay. Like I also found it great. Like, you can just stop in between, the dialogue parts when you get tired of it to just go explore the new area, right? So you can, I'm actually in game here. You can just go around, explore some of these islands if you want, do some of the event stuff while you're in between, doing the story and whatnot. But yeah, I also want to praise Mihoyo again, because the way that the domains for each character are structured, again, I'm not going to spoil anything, so don't worry. But like, they really did a good job of doing a character's lore and then putting in combat and puzzles and then going back to the character's lore. I think they did especially well with Kazuha's story. I think his is probably the best in terms of like structure. When it got to around Fish, they did lean more towards like filler gameplay with puzzles and like weak enemies, and less on the story. I actually wanted to know more about Fish, but overall, again, this was a fun event. I enjoyed it. I've probably learned more about Kazuha in this one event than I have in his recent character quest that was released earlier in this update, as well as like all the other times he's popped up in events before, and he's also had a character quest when he was first released last year. So yeah, I mean, I learned a lot about him. It was great. It's nice to see Fish and Mona back in the spotlight once again. Again, we haven't seen them in like over a year, so we got to actually learn more about both of them as well. Although I wish I would have learned even more. Jinyan is back in the spotlight as well. I appreciate seeing her again. She is a great character. Unfortunately, she's just not good for me in terms of actual like combat usage. But hopefully this sparks some interest in the character, and then people like kind of tell Hoyoverse to buff her. But that's straight up copium huffing right there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this short video. Again, I just really think the way that they structured the story and the balance of gameplay and puzzles and exploration and actual dialogue was really good and well done. I would really like to see future... I would rather prefer the story quest be like this. I'm not saying like take us to the Golden Apple Archipelago every time I want to learn a character's background info or whatever, but having an event to help you space out the dialogue really helps in a way, and I feel like just the way they presented the story was great. I hope they just do that. Take what you learned from designing this and apply it to future character hangouts, but I guess we'll find out when we get to Sumeru. Alright, that's just a short video for me, just wanting to, again, praise Hoyoverse for such a good event. Oh yeah, before I go, just one, like, I only have a couple minor gripes with the event in general. And one of them is, I wish you could see the percentages of the treasures that you've gotten on each of the islands, like how you do in the main regions and stuff. You can see the amount of chests you got if you check out your battle chronicle on Hoyo Lab. But again, it doesn't tell you if you've gotten everything. You're gonna have to do that yourself. I would rather just give me a percentage. If you're not going to give me a percentage for each island, at least give me an overall percentage so I know. Like, did I at least get, 75, 80, 90% of the chest? Am I missing a lot still, etc., etc.? Um, I don't like this whole, like, I have to guess if I got everything. And then this is another minor critique from me. This is probably going to be different for depending on how much you enjoy puzzles, but I actually found the puzzles, at least in the beginning, the puzzles were like too easy. They felt like they were pre-solved to me. Like you didn't have to do anything. You, for the most part, or maybe like one or two changes to a thing, and then it was done. Like it was really really easy. And then you get to Mona's part of the story, and then they turn up the puzzle difficulty up to like 11. Maybe not that hard, but to me, it felt like some of the puzzles in Mona's domain got pretty difficult. But again, minor critiques. Overall, great event, fun event. It was great learning about characters that aren't always in the spotlight. I hope Hoyoverse continues to do similar story structures like this and more fun events like this. That's all I can hope for. Thanks for watching.